Good morning, everyone. I'm Dave. Welcome back to the wee hours where I suffer from periodic bouts of insomnia and play games to pass the time. We are back with Steve Jackson's fighting fantasy House of Hell, and we have a decision to make. We can go to the wooden door on the left in this spooky, scary cellar that we've been trapped into. We can look a little further up and try the door on the right, or we can ignore the doors and continue up the passageway. Well, we haven't had much luck with doors in the past, but maybe this is the one that changes everything for us. Let's try the door on the left. You can hear gruff noises coming from within the room. Whoever or whatever is in there certainly doesn't sound too friendly. We try the door anyway. We open the door in the opposite wall or continue along. Well, let's not open the door. Let's not open the door. Let's be reasonably intelligent about this. Let's try the other door on the wall opposite. Oh dear, this can't end well. This room seems to be a dungeon of some sort, for along one wall are 4 cells with heavy iron bars locking their occupants in. No one seems to be on your side of the bars, so you walk in to have a look. A twig cracks as you step forward, and immediately 3 bodies spring to life in 3 of the cells. They are a ragged lot, clothes in tatters, hair disheveled and grubby. They all reach forward through the bars and plead with you to release them. Each one has been captured by the Earl of Drumer's servants and imprisoned to await some horrendous fate. Nearest to you is a pretty young girl. Her face and hair are dirty, and she is in tears. She desperately wants to be released. In the second cell is a tall man with strong features. He has accepted that he is about to die and bravely asks you to kill him now to deprive the evil Earl of his pleasure. In the third cell is a balding man in a gray gown who says nothing. Do we wish to try and help these prisoners? We may talk to one of them. Let's talk to the tall man who is a little suicidal. No, wait. Let's talk to the balding man who said nothing. You step up to the balding man's cell. Do not waste your time in here, he says, for you cannot help us. Our only hope is that you can destroy the evil in this house before it destroys us. But that is unlikely because you would have to destroy the master first. He may only be killed with the crysknife, and the battle may only take place in the Red Room to symbolize a battle taking place in hell itself. The dining room upstairs has red walls, but it is always locked and the key is hidden behind the mirror when ceremonies are taking place. If you can find the crysknife and the key, then you may save the world from the devilry that is brewing within these walls. But as for us, we will all be dead before the night is through. Don't waste your time with us. You listen to his advice and consider whether you ought to leave immediately, as he suggests, or talk to the others. Oh, I'm inclined to take this gentleman's advice. With all due respect to the young girl and the tall man, I'm out. Further up the passage is another door in the right-hand wall. Well, let's try that door. Oh, this can't end well either. The door opens wide. You are about to step inside, but hesitate when you see what lies within. You're entering an underground torture room. In one corner stands a formidable Iron Maiden, its deadly door standing ajar. A stretching rack is in the center of the room. Hanging from the ceiling along the left-hand wall are 2 cages. One is just about large enough for a man to crouch in, and the other will allow a man to stand up but not move about. A shiver runs down your spine. Suddenly 2 pair of hands grab your wrist and you are shoved forward into the room. From behind the door steps a broad-shouldered man with powerful arms. He is dressed in a leather apron and trousers and wears a patch across his left eye. "So," he exclaims, "and who do we have here trespassing in our house? Come on, speak up. Have you lost your tongue?" Will we tell him we are trying to find our way out and will be happy to leave straight away, or claim to be one of the master's friends? Well, I don't think he's going to let us leave. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that's probably not an option. So let's see if we can be a little deceptive here. Yeah, I'm one of the master's friends. "A friend of the master," snarls the torturer. "I have not seen you before, and I know all the master's friends." You tell him that you're new to this house, and that is why you are wandering about, lost. The torturer is not convinced by your story, but cannot risk harming one of the master's friends. "I'll tell you what I'll do," he announces. "I don't believe you, but I'll give you a chance. If you can convince me that you're one of the master's friends, I'll let you go. But first you'll have to pass a little test. Tie our friend down, lads." The torturer's assistants bundle you off to the middle of the room and tie you onto the rack. "Right then," says the torturer. "Let's see if you really do know the master or not. Orville here will give you a letter. You tell me the first word that comes into your head beginning with that letter, If you take your time and think too long about your answer, Dirk will tighten the rack. Got that? All right, let's start. Each time the torturer's assistant gives you a letter, you will be able to type the first word you can think of. Oh, dear, I've got a minigame. Okay. Type the first word that you can think of which begins with that letter and relates to the house. After your test is complete, the torturer will consider your answers and then decide whether or not he believes your story. Oh, dear, I actually wasn't expecting this. Okay. Can I go back and watch all of my previous episodes for this? All right, let's start. The first letter Orville gives you is D. Drummer. Okay. Do I do this? Yes. Type my guess here. Yes. Drumer. Answer the riddle. Okay, and I'm done. Next letter, Orville shouts, the torturer. Orville thinks and says A. I legitimately have no idea. I have no idea what the answer to this is. Maybe Asmodeus. I think that was one of the doors. Was good? Yes? Okay. Come on, Orville. Let's have another. Orville thinks again and this time says K. Okay, well, maybe the Chris knife. The Chris knife. I can't think of anything else that relates to K. I am completely winging this, by the way, viewers. I did not go back and, write all this down or anything. Okay. Orville is now getting the hang of this game and enjoying himself. M is the next letter. Oh, my God, I don't know. M. I have no idea. I don't know. Murder? It's not this, but I don't know. I legitimately don't know. This could be the end of this right here. Oh, wow. Okay, he's still letting me go. I was shocked by that one. That was a complete guess. Orville has been practicing his next letter and blurts it out excitedly. S is his choice. Okay. I don't like this game. How about Satan? Is that good? That's like a thing that's probably in this house, right? Oh, wow. Wow, okay. All right, Orville, that will do for now, says the torturer. He turns to you. Have you been convincing enough for him? Over the next 5 references, some of the answers that he would have been expecting are listed. Each one scores a number of points. Okay. If you choose one of the words listed, you will get a listed number of points. When you have been through all 5 references, you will have convinced the torturer if your score is high enough. Okay. All right. If you inputted any of the following words, you can score 3 points. Score the following points. Sorry. I'm very confused by this minigame, and I'm not reading English correctly. Well, we definitely put drummer. So that's 5 points. Yes, I correctly guessed drummer. 5 points. I correctly guessed Asmodeus, so now we're up to 8 points now. 8 points. 5 plus 3, 8 points. Yes. I did Chris. Okay, yep, I did Chris. That's another 3, so now we're up to 11 points. 11 points now. All right, so far so good. I'm not hoping on the last 2, though. Mammon. Mammon, that would have been the good one. Yes. Oh, or Mordana. Yeah, that would have been really good. Should have thought about Mammon. That was one of the other doors. All right, so we're still at 11. 11 points. Oh, Shaitan. Not Satan. Shaitan. Oh, I knew that. That was one of the other doors. Okay, so we're still at 11. We've got 11 points. If you scored 12 points or more, 8 to 11 points. Oh, so it kept track for me. Okay, well, thank you, game. I appreciate that. So, yes, we scored 8 to 11 points. Grunts the torturer. I'm still not convinced. Nevertheless, you may be a friend of the master. You hold your breath as he pauses to make up his mind. All right, stranger. I will give you the benefit of the doubt. Release the rack, Dirk. You are set free and allowed to leave the room. Whew, no one is more surprised by me than that. You leave the torture room and can now continue along the passageway. The passageway widens into a small chamber. Although it is dark, you can see a staircase going up a few meters ahead of you. To your right, the chamber opens out into a wide area. You step forwards, and almost immediately a twittering noise puts you on your guard. Suddenly you feel something land on your head and dig sharp claws into your scalp. You gasp and swat it away. Your hand touches a small, leathery body, and a pair of wings start to flap as it rises from your head. Bats! A number of them are flapping around your head, darting and scratching with their claws. We gain 1 fear point for the shock. We run up the stairs, hide under the stairs. That sounds like a terrible idea. I think the bats can find us pretty easily under the stairs. Or fight the bats. Well, we're actually not that bad at combat. Let's fight the bats. Okay. Yes, we're fighting the bats. Yes. Oh, yeah, we got this all day. We've got this all day. Yeah, they're going down hard. Yeah, one down. Yeah, this is not a surprise. There's one thing we're good at in this is we're actually pretty skilled at the whole combat thing. So now that we've defeated the bats, we can climb the stairs. Or no, let's explore the bats' chamber now that they're dead. Where do we want to look? The corner from which the bats came from, along the back wall, or under the stairs. Let's try under the stairs. There is nothing unusual under the stairs, although some of the bricks in the wall looks like they've been replaced recently. Okay, that's interesting. Well, let's look along the back wall. You feel along the wall for any sign of a secret entrance, but find nothing. Just as you are beginning to think that you're wasting your time, your left hand dislodges a brick. Behind the brick is a lever. You pull the lever, and a rumbling noise comes from the wall nearby. A section of wall slides to one side, revealing a small entrance just large enough for you to climb through. You look inside, but it is pitch black. Oh, this is a terrible idea. This is gonna close in on me. But I want to know what's in here. Why would you have a secret passageway? Okay, this is probably what ends the run right here, but I'm going to go through the doorway. All right. Oh, dear. Okay. You find yourself in a dark tunnel. It is quite short and ends at a door. You open the door slowly, and when you see that there is no one inside, you step into the room. It seems to be some sort of ceremonial anteroom or dressing room. Hanging from the hooks around the walls are 30 to 40 white gowns, and resting on the shelves underneath the gowns are macabre masks made from goats' heads. A single passageway leads off to the left. While you are wondering where to go next, a sound sends a chill down your spine. Someone is coming. A hubbub of voices grows louder as a group of people come towards the room. You look quickly round for somewhere to hide and decide to nip behind the door. Suddenly the door opens and about 40 people come into the room, all chattering excitedly. You mingle with them and merge unnoticed into the crowd. They are ribbing a man called Brother Isaacson. It seems that tonight is a very significant night for him. You copy what they are doing, laughing and smiling, and even getting dressed up in a gown and mask. Eventually, when they are dressed, they all move off along the other passageway. Should we go with them, or will we hang back? I think we should hang back. I think we just narrowly escaped a real problem there, so let's just hang back. As the others set off along the passageway, you remain at the back of the crowd. As the last few are leaving the room, another man bursts in through the door, puffing and panting. "Good, I'm not too late," he gasps. "For a minute I thought I'd miss it. Now let's see, where is my gown and mask?" Your blood chills as the man starts looking in the area where you took your costume. "Gone," he says. "Wait, brothers, someone has taken my dress. Ah, there is my mask. Sorry, brother, you must have taken mine by mistake. I can recognize it quite clearly by the broken tooth. Here, let me have it." The man snatches the mask from your head, and all attention is focused on you. "Here, who are you?" someone asks. Your hesitant reply gives the game away. "Back, brothers!" shouts a voice. "We seem to have an intruder in our midst." A dozen men come back into the room and surround you. You have no choice but to go with them to the cell where they lock you in. This is a cell from which there is no escape. Your adventure is over. Okay, so I guess I should have probably gone with the crowd. And actually, in all the ways I thought I was going to die in this episode, this was not it. I thought we were going to be able to sneak out of here pretty well. But once again, Steve Jackson and Ian Livingston have murdered me. I have yet to beat one of these, but we'll try again next time. At some point in time, I've got to beat one of these fighting fantasies. But that was Steve Jackson's House of Hell, which was hell and murdered me, just as he always does. But until next time, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time.